Hey everyone, and welcome to my reaction video today. Today I'm going to be, as you saw, reacting to this new game, Sifu, that's going to be coming out in 2022. So as many of you probably already know, I've been, before I was doing this and everything, I was a martial arts instructor for a very long time, and it was, of course, a traditional Chinese Kung Fu. And this is sort of very close to my heart. This is sort of a game because it's literally called Sifu, and so that implies that it's going to be that style of martial arts. Using that title in there, Sifu would be a title given to somebody who would be considered a master. Um, so so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and watch this, and I'm gonna react to this. I'm very excited about this. I saw a trailer a while ago, but it was just a teaser. It was just like maybe a minute and a half sort of thing. So I'm very excited to watch this extended trailer. This is the extended trailer, so I'm excited to see this and see how much actual martial arts, translates from the traditional style. I am, of course, wearing the thing that I would wear when I was instructing. When I had my school, I would wear this to teach my classes and everything. So I decided to wear this for the reaction video. Anyway, let's jump into this. I'm very excited. So let's do it. Okay. Alright, so let's back up here. Already I'm seeing stuff I like. Let's back up here. Right off the bat. This is indicative of traditional Chinese Kung Fu. The moment you see those leg sweeps like that, those very simple kick of the leg like that, and lots of pivoting where you're twisting and then striking again. Very, very traditional Chinese Kung Fu type stuff. I'm liking the dodging, the... Oh, did you see that? Okay, so once again, we have a very traditional maneuver here. Right there. I like that. That two-handed push. Love it. All right, so let's talk about that. So this is even incorporating some of the grappling aspects of Chinese Kung Fu, which is something that actually you don't see a lot of anymore. So it's actually kind of impressive that they're incorporating that. So let's talk about this. So what he has a bigger opponent there, and what he's doing is he's actually hooking the arms and sinking his weight down to sort of allow him to get leverage, and then... Yeah, and then he kicks the knee out to force his weight off balance, and then of course the arms come loose a little bit, and he goes for the strike. Very cool stuff. So whoever did this knew what they were doing. Love these kicks. Very traditional. So that was something that we used to call. So this kick right here, that one, that's something we used to call... Hold on. So fast. Do I have a slow play here option? I don't have a slow play option. There it is. Let's slow that down. So I want to see that so I can see what kick that is. Oh, that is too quick. Slowing it down, not speeding it up. So let's break this down here. That's what something we called an axe kick right there. So that's gonna come straight down with the heel. A lot of styles will call that like a heel kick or something like that. We called that an axe kick. That looks like something, hold on, that we called a crescent kick. So it's be a spinning crescent is what we called it. A lot of styles will just call it a roundhouse. We actually called a roundhouse something different, but that's okay. Um, let's go ahead and resume normal speed and keep watching. I'm just excited about this. This is cool. All right, yeah. So more of those traditional leg sweeps, but you know, just by doing the kick. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, all right. No, hold on. I need to slow this down too. Um, Let me be very clear. Chinese swordsmanship is very specific. It is not a lot of it. There is a distinct difference between Japanese and Chinese swordsmanship, and I'm very curious at how they did this here. It looks like it's just sort of a glitch, like his other hand was supposed to be holding on to it. I don't like that. I don't like two-handed. A Chinese swordsman, especially now, realize he's using a bat, so that's fine. He's just hitting people with a bat. But to be perfectly honest with you, somebody that's very skilled in Chinese martial arts typically won't tie both their hands up by using a weapon that could be used with one hand. A lot of times they'll manipulate and use the bat with the other hand. You know, maybe even strike and then follow up with the bat. Things like that. The idea is that you have a hand free to grab, pull, manipulate if you need to. Otherwise, you're just tying up your hands. The only other time that this is acceptable in Chinese martial arts typically is when you grab the weapon with both hands sort of in the middle, and then you're starting to use elbows and things like that to your advantage, you know, and butting with the end of the weapon, which he does do a little bit, but I don't like the two-handed swings. That's a little clumsy for a Chinese martial artist. But anyway, so far, I still really like a lot of the movements. Okay, right there, guys. That is a very traditional Chinese martial arts move. Palm strike to the stomach. He then kicks the groin and then does a nice uppercut to the chin. That is a nice 1-2-3 combo. That is you know, sometimes it gets mixed up a little bit here and there. You know, you might change a few things around how you do some stuff. You know, maybe you kick the groin first. Maybe you do like a what I call a Manus kick, where you turn the toes out and you kick the inside of the hip first. You know, to get them off balance. Then maybe you kick the groin and you do the palm strike or something like that. There's a lot of combos off that, and it's very traditional of Chinese martial arts, as well as the arm movement he's doing here. I don't necessarily like the way it looks like he's about to wrap that arm there, but we didn't see the end of it, so. Realize that I'm not going to be overly critical of this too. I understand that it is a video game. I'm just commenting on what I think of the martial arts too. So don't go thinking I think this is terrible or something just because I'm overly critical of the martial arts. It is. I understand it's still a video game. I wasn't too impressed with what I saw there. To be perfectly honest with you, a lot of this is very simplistic punching and kicking. I like the blocking. You know, the tight blocking. It looks like a Wing Chun sort of thing, where you're doing a lot of blocking with short movements, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Wing Chun is a traditional Chinese kung fu as well. Yeah, so I do like it. It is very nice clean movements. So I will say that these are all very, very nice, clean movements, very traditional of a Chinese martial artist. One thing I want to say here is, how is he doing his punches? That's a very important thing to note. If you are a master of Chinese martial arts, your title is Sifu. I don't want to say you'll never do a punch a certain way, because that's just not true. I can't speak for every fighter out there. But I can speak for myself, and I can speak for others that I've known with that title, who I've mastered Chinese martial arts, and I can speak, at least for the ones that I've known, and a lot of them will throw their punches, very much like this, where you have that, sideways punch. So basically, the concept is that you're throwing that punch because you want to hit with these two knuckles, and it's much faster, just to throw the punch straight out in front of somebody than to have your fist back and sort of make it obvious you're throwing that. Now, once you get the idea of how to draw straight lines and you understand this concept, then doing punches like this, where you're coming straight in like that, they're a lot easier, and you sort of work them into your fighting a lot better. But, and a big but, I still do know a lot of masters of Chinese martial arts that in the past, anyway, in my past, I don't talk to a lot of them now, but to be honest, I have known a lot, and a lot of them really did use that punch a lot of times, and especially for those quick body shots. It's just that sort of thing where it's quick, doom, body shot to get the body moving backward as you're doing sort of movements just like this, where you're rushing somebody and you want their body to shift. So you give them a good 1-2, and it's just a little bit of an easier, quicker way to do the punch than to turn to twist and do it, because you're adding more energy to do that. So it is quicker. So I want to look at this and just see how he's doing that. Yeah, so if you saw, he was twisting there to do that punch. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just being overly critical. Chinese martial artists, Sifu specifically, typically won't do that a lot, especially for those particular shots. Now, in the face, a lot of times that does make sense. When you're coming across, especially when you're faking, if you want to come high like this, like just like a boxer will, when you come high like this and then you come opposite across, there's nothing wrong with that, because you're coming up and at an angle. That's a really good way to do that. But yeah, they just won't spend a lot of time doing that. But anyway, moving on. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. This is honestly, this is really cool. I am very happy with this. Just talking about the game in particular, now we're getting a lot more scenery. So I want to go back. Like, to be perfectly honest, I'm seeing a lot of really cool lighting. So this game is going to look really nice too. Like, it really looks like a work of art. Everything looks like somebody painted it. That's how it looks to me. It looks like a giant painting, and it's very detailed. Let me see that again. Nice. So it looks like we might actually have some animal elements in here too. He looked like he was doing some claws there. And that's good, because then that is indicative of Chinese martial arts. Oh, absolutely. I love it. I love it. We got animals, we got staff. Did you see that staff work where he twisted and came back over the top? That was very nice. Good job. So it looks like we got... Oh, it looks like that's it. Looks like we got mainly just like screenshots and stuff now. Cool. Yeah, this is super cool. I'm really excited for this. Is this PlayStation exclusive? I believe it is. I believe this is PlayStation exclusive. For PS5, PS4, and PC. Good job. Excellent. So, I'll be able to get that, and I'll be able to stream it. How cool will that be? Sifu streaming Sifu. I love it. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for this reaction. Thanks for watching. You know, I am very, very much looking forward to this game. This game looks phenomenal. It really does. Aside from just me nitpicking about a couple little details here and there that you really wouldn't know about unless you were a master of the martial arts or very specific to that type of martial arts. And honestly, to somebody else, some of my very intricate opinions might be wrong. They might think it's wrong, but it's really not. I was just nitpicking though. Honestly, it's phenomenal. I love it. But that's going to be it. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Look forward to some more reaction videos as well as me buying this game in the future.